Hello everyone, it's me Nancy Finch doing another Tea with Nan 12 o'clock on a Monday. Welcome. It's a bit drizzly out there and it's not really cold, but you want to sort of stay wrapped up, don't you? Today I've got my Don't Panic cup. My friend gave me this. It was Dad's Army and I used to watch that as a child. I used to think, oh, it was great fun. I loved it. And it's all about fun and laughter today. This is all very good for you. Especially on days when you think, oh, I don't want to go out, or, you know, life's getting you down a bit, or perhaps you're a bit tired, because people get tired this time of year, don't they? So today's talk is all about, not my cat that's trying to get up here, it's all about playfulness. I think my cat's trying to play. Oh, I let him in today, so I thought he could come and join us. So he might even come up and show himself. I might pick him up. So this is Billy. And Billy is a really good big cat actually, but he knows how to play. This is something I hadn't planned to say, but he does. He plays all the time. He used to be feral and now he knows how to play. He's relaxed, he's happy, he's healthy, he's well, and he knows how to play. So bless him. But we don't play enough. This is the problem. So I'm going to remove him in a minute. So we don't play enough as people, do we? No, we don't. We want to stretch into being adults, even as young as 15 or so. And I know a lot of younger people who just don't want to be playful. They want to be serious. They want to think about their lives and what they're doing and where they're going in their life. And it's very serious for them. They want to become adults and responsible and all the rest of it. So the point is, we leave our inner child behind when we do that. And I watch a lot of this. They become too serious, too tense within themselves. You know, that the pressure builds, and before you know it, they've forgotten all about their inner child and they become these competent adults who are moving forward in life. Yes, that's lovely, but you must have balance. You must have your inner child playfulness alongside the success you attract as an adult. So today, as I say, is really important that we look at that inner child of ours and we play. We play like the animals. We play like the children that we see around us. We need to be light-hearted. My mother used to say to me all the time, bless her, she used to say, never forget your inner child. And I thought at the time, oh, that's rubbish. I just want to get on with my life and be the competent adult. But now I see it. I see how important that is. And if you look at all the spiritual people that you have around you, you'll see, oh, someone's on here. I thought I was talking to myself for a minute, Rob. Thank you for being here. Happy Monday hugs to you. Oh, I didn't mind talking to myself. I knew you'd all catch up in the end. So, yeah, I just knew I had to change how I reacted to life. You know, if we're in a light-hearted attitude and light-hearted mindfulness, then we are going to be holding less tension and less stress in our bodies, aren't we? And we all become such competent, or we want to be competent adults, and we stretch like trees. But we have to remember the balance is taking our inner child, the person inside you. You might feel that tension in your tummy sometimes, is when your inner child isn't happy and perhaps suffering too much pressure that we put onto ourselves. So yeah, we forget to play. I've got a board up here prompting me here that I've written out. But we need to be light-hearted. We need to do that for so many reasons. You know, our bodies will respond to it. Our energy systems will flow better if we are light-hearted. And we have to remember, no matter what's going on, we could easily let worry or stress or pressure take us down into a place where we are less effective, actually, because we are too serious, too heavy. And we need to be light-hearted. And you know, I'm always joking and having fun on here, aren't I? I'm always mucking about. Even when everything goes wrong and I've done my Bridget Jones moments on here, I still giggle and laugh at myself because life is too short not to. And so how can we find ways to play? You know, people that play are free spirits. You look at the Dalai Lama and he laughs like a child. I've been to see him a few years ago and he laughed all the way, most of the way through his talks. You could feel the light-heartedness of him. Beautiful. Light-hearted laughter, giggles, and it's so childlike, but it actually helps you on a spiritual level. You become in tune with yourself on a better level. Your child inside frees you. You have emotional freedom. And then you see things differently. And what used to be really heavy and hard to see around you suddenly isn't quite so bad, because you're having a laugh and a giggle, and it doesn't matter what you have around you. You can get over it better if you can just bring out that inner child and have a giggle, play. You know, you can release all your happiness hormones just by spending some time enjoying that lightheartedness. Find something to play. I know a lot of grandparents actually, and myself included, will be. My little grandson's only 3 months, but I'm going to be playing when he's older. I'm looking forward to playing games and talking to him. And I remember as a childminder that really gave me energy. I had more energy from being around beautiful souls, little, you know, the playfulness of children. So good. And if you haven't got that now, guys, you can think back to a time, perhaps your kids are growing up, or you've lost that kind of awareness of that playfulness. Think back to a time when you had it. And I remember all the childminding children having such fun. I was very organised. I had them all doing different activities. It was great. But they were all fulfilled. They were all happy. And when they're happy, it means they're healthier. Most of the time, your body will respond to those happiness hormones. And also, apart from dopamine, because you're doing something, you're happy, you're achieving something. If you played a game, we all feel much better when we've done that. I remember sports days and things like that. I used to sort of love playing and playing netball. I love netball. And because I'm so tall, I'm 6 foot, so I found it really easy to put those balls into the net. But I always felt great afterwards. And I know one of my clients, she still does that now. And she's one of the best people in her team because she enjoys it so much and she is free. And her endorphins are running around her body, lovely. Because you create more energy from playing. Simple as that, you have more energy. When I used to play squash and badminton, love that too. You know, not everyone can get out and do those things, but you can be playful in your daily life, can't you? But I remember feeling so much energy from it. And I had loads of people that would agree with me with this, because once you start to get into playfulness, you attract more playfulness and you find you're giggling the whole day. It's very important for lots of logical reasons. Now, I've written down a few here. It improves relationships. You are lighthearted. You know, it definitely improves relationships. I wrote another note just now to remind everybody of a story. My friend, she used to spend a lot of time indoors and worked all day, and she didn't really have a very lighthearted opportunity to play. She didn't. She was working too hard. And so she took herself out one night with her friend, and there was a lovely band playing, and she was happy, and she was dancing, and she was dancing so free. She didn't care who was watching her. She was free to have fun. She was playing with life. And, you know, in that playful expression of her, there was a lovely man just smiling, watching her. And this was her future husband. That's where she met him. And he fell in love with her true and beautiful spirit, her lightheartedness. He fell in love with that, and they're very happy together. And it's very important to bring that out on each other, because quite often people will be doom and gloom and a bit more Eeyore, aren't they? The Eeyore factor. And they see, obviously, they're worried or they're stressed, so we must be compassionate to people who are worried. But we could be a good influence if we can just be like the child in the room. Be a bit more light-hearted. I was always playing practical jokes, always as a child, and I still do it now. And when I think about some of the things I like, playfulness, you know, just silly little things, really make me giggle. And when I giggle, I feel good, and they feel good, and it's very contagious. This laughter and playfulness is very good for you. So far, I've only got you on here, Rob. I hope you agree with what I'm saying. And obviously people will join us later, I hope. So what other good things come from it? It reduces stress. Oh, Kelly, you're here. Thank you for joining, darling. Happy Monday. And I hope you can have giggle all day long. This is going to be something for everybody. Have a little giggle. Make light of stuff, you know. Just make light of it. It doesn't mean you're invalidating the situation around you. You'll be more effective to handle it if you can raise that emotional balloon, that happiness level inside you. So it reduces stress. And stress is not good for your body, and it's not good for your mind because you can't think properly, etc. Another thing it does, it helps you to think more effectively. Now, this is problem solving. I've just sort of said about this, but when I went to research a bit more yesterday about this, it was evident everywhere I researched that your mind works better when you are happier. Oh, hi Val, lovely that you're here, darling. I hope you bring up your inner child today and you have a giggle. And you've got a lovely dog that will help you to do that. You know, our animals do help us to find the lightheartedness when we watch them, and they're funny, aren't they? I know my cat is anyway. The one you've just seen. Lovely Billy. So they're all there to bring your energy up, you know. Oh, Kelly says, afternoon, lovely to see you. I have been listening to you on catch up. Oh, bless you. There's lots of nice little talks that can really help to inspire you or your friends. So thank you, Kelly. Lovely to see you, darling, on here. So what other things? It builds trust in yourself and your world. When you are having light-hearted fun and you get through that day, you trust it's okay, it's safe to have fun. Oh, thank you for the heart, darling. That's really nice. Lots of love to you. So it builds this trust with yourself, and that's a nice feeling, because if you trust yourself and you trust your, you know, what you do in the day and how you get through challenges in a light-hearted way, then you're going to help keep your base chakra open as well. This is where we get worried and when we get stressed, etc. And we have imbalances in our body when we do that. So you're helping to prevent those imbalances by being lighthearted. You know, everyone knows that when you laugh, you know, it's a fantastic feeling and we feel better. We all know that makes you physically glow, don't we? My mother used to say, laugh and the world laughs with you, cry and you cry alone. It's very contagious. People want to have a laugh. You know, we've seen, I actually went to a laughter clinic. I went to a laughter workshop one day. It was fantastic. We all had to sort of lay on the floor, and I think we had our heads on someone else's belly. And we started laughing, and then they laughed. Oh, it was so funny. We had to, I mean, literally tears. It was so good. And the effect of laughing was with us for many, many days, all of us. It was brilliant. And I'll never forget it, even though it happened many years ago, because as soon as you start having a giggle and a laugh, and there's plenty to laugh at, you're going to feel much happier physically and emotionally. Hi, Kerry. Lovely to see you, honey. So we need to remember to play, don't we? We need to have a giggle. We need to be lighthearted. And we will not be as affected by everything around us, whatever our situation is, because of it. And the law of attraction will help support you with attracting more light-hearted, fun things, okay? Oh, thanks, Kerry. It's lovely that you're here, darling. So you'll increase those happiness hormones. You'll increase your endorphins. Even if whatever playfulness is for you. As I say, I like playing practical jokes on people I love. I do it a lot. I used to be a terror as a child, you know, jump out on people and, you know, all sorts of stuff. I was really not naughty, just fun. And they'd always take it well. So, but even remembering some of those things right now are producing those hormones, those happiness hormones. So, and people love it, don't they? When they look back and they think, I did that, or wasn't it funny when we did this? Be playful, or at least in your memory of that, because that's almost the same as experiencing it again, isn't it? So it boosts your energy levels. It's good for the law of attraction. It helps support your inner child. You and your inner child need to be a team. And without your inner child, without that part of you that's playful, without that part of you that's spontaneous, then we have got lemonade that's gone flat. We need fizz in our lemonade, don't we? We need to have that feeling of life's exciting, not, oh, here we go again. That kind of adult feeling is not good for you. You need to be lighthearted. Put your fizz back in your lemonade and find ways to do it. And that could have been a whole new talk. I have got tea with nads that support this. So we've got the first one I'm going to recommend is Supporting Your Inner Child on the 19th to the 12th, 22nd. That's quite a nice one. Obviously, support your inner child with whatever it takes to bring you together so you can be lighthearted. One I've put down here just now is do a happy dance. 30th of the first 23. Now, what I mean by that is you have to get into a feeling of achieving something, and your inner child will help you to get that. You have to just bring that feeling into your life. This is great. And you'll have more energy and more direction, more mindfulness. It's going to be lovely. Do a happy dance. I do this a lot, actually, for the law of attraction. I think about what I want, and I just do the happy dance as if I have it. And it sets you up physically and emotionally, and the law of attraction. 17 seconds of dancing. That's all it takes. So that's a nice one to listen to. Heal with laughter. Now, we all know we heal when we laugh. It's great. 25th of the 9th, 23. That's a nice one. These are all Tea with Nans. That's what we're doing here. So look them up on my website, nancyfinch.co.uk. And of course, you've got them on YouTube as well. So you can always put that title in and it will pop up. So there is another one I'd like to recommend, and it's a Nan talk. You'll find that on my website. And it's called Pollyanna. Now, if you're thinking, oh, this is heavy and that's hard and I'm worried about so-and-so, you know, even on the rough times of my life and when I've been worried about family members, etc., I have used Pollyanna. Pollyanna is in the light blue section when you go onto Nan Talks. It's in the light blue section here on the throat area. And what you're doing is you're just going to find some positives from a negative. And it really helps to lift you away from worry and stress. Gives you a better opportunity to see it clearly, whatever your challenges are, and to overcome them. So Pollyanna is a playful way to see your situation in a different way. And I use Pollyannas all the time. I walk the talk. I made it up, and it's Pollyanna is named after a lovely story. So you might want to hear more about that as well. So go listen to that if you want to. Pollyanna, blue section on my website. So playfulness, yes, more about that. Well, it increases your quality of life. Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I've written it down on here, but it does give you a feeling like, as I say, being light-hearted, you actually live longer. Positive people live longer, less issues. They have less physical issues. And even if you have got a physical issue, it will feel less intense. If somehow you can find a way of giggling and laughing and playfulness, you know, just think of when you did that. Think of when you were playing, or think of someone else that plays. Watch them play. You get it secondhand, you know. Oh, I mean, like I say, children teach us so well, don't they? You watch a child, and even if they're crying over something, very quickly they can get up and play again. And life is a bit like that playground. You know, we get on a merry-go-round or a swing and we fall off, but a child will very quickly forget that and go and play on something else. We've got to learn to play. It doesn't matter how many times we've fallen off something. Metaphorically, we need to keep playing. So find the next thing that you can play and be yourself with. It's very important. Be like the child. Bring that child out, and you'll feel less vulnerable when you do that. You'll feel less worried and less stressed. So what else have I got here? No, I've told you everything on here. Oh yeah, it's a bit like another analogy. It's a bit like when you've got a car, a beautiful car, but you've got no petrol. You can't go anywhere. Well, if you don't have your inner child joy with you throughout your day, you don't have that relationship with yourself, then and the playfulness, then you're a car without petrol. You can't go anywhere. You're just looking great, but you can't go anywhere. You'll be inhibited. And that's my point. So let's find out more spontaneous things to do. I mean, when was the last time you jumped in a puddle and just didn't care? When was the last time you did that? Oh no, we've got to be sensible. But you know, I do it all the time. I muck about all the time. My friends will tell you. And it's so refreshing because you're not just being heavy or sensible. Obviously, don't put yourself in danger, of course, but you can have a bit of a giggle. Start off with something silly, or just find things funny instead of finding them serious. It's so easy. So I'm challenging you all to giggle. Just giggle about anything. Giggle at yourself when you think you've got it wrong. Giggle at other things that, you know, that make you feel that make, you know, that may have previously made you feel heavy. So Kerry says, my children have been asking me to play their computer games with them. Oh, they were so happy when I did it last night. I can't read the rest of that just yet, Kerry, because it's not letting me, but wonderful. Play games with the kids. Oh, lovely. That's going to be a really nice memory for your child. And actually, you've just prompted me with another memory I have. My mother and I used to love playing cards, you know, just normal cards. And we'd have all sorts of fun. And we'd play rummy and all kinds of things, and perhaps Ludo and other games. And we'd stay up late and we wouldn't watch telly. We'd just play these games. And it's one of my best memories. We had so much fun. We giggled and laughed the whole way through them. And I guess she taught me, I guess, how to be lighthearted. And you need that. You need that feeling inside you. You need, well, when life does get hard, you need to be able to switch on your inner child to bring that lightheartedness up. You need to have that to survive whatever the heavy bits in life are. Oh, hi, John. It's lovely that you joined us. Happy Monday. And we're just talking about playfulness. And how you make yourself feel good on all levels, and how you attract more playfulness and high level and good quality of life, really, from the law of attraction as you start to play. So many things are important about this, because you help all of your chakra energies, but especially the throat chakra, which is expression of inner child, and your inner child solar plexus area, where we have those more serious feelings of fear and anxiety. We can counteract those things so these two areas here, the yellow and the blue, the solar plexus and the throat area, are really going to benefit as you bring yourself together with your inner child and have a bit of fun. Just think back, if you can't do that today and you can't practically get out and have some fun, just think about the times you have played and the fun moments you've had, and maybe plan something for yourself, whatever that is. As I say, animals are lovely to show us fun, aren't they? And children, and other people that are free spirits, you know. We've got a lovely symbol that I have used before. I channel these through, and they will be in a book one day, hopefully next year, actually. So this is called emotional freedom, and it's really good for this one. Really good, because we lock ourselves away from we lock our inner children away from ourselves. I know I was guilty of it most of my life, and then I remembered how to bring this inner child out, and I never would be without it now. So this is just to remind you, a symbol is an intention, and your brain 95% will believe you. So we can start here. This is a little bit of energy moving up, down, and free like a bird. So should we do that again? Just follow me with this. Bring that energy, build it, down, up, and free. Be free. Be the free spirit you want to be. You know, draw that symbol. Draw it in the air. There we go. Free. It's a nice feeling. It's what you deserve to be. We're all looking for that sense of freedom. We find it on holidays sometimes, but we need to create it daily to be very healthy in lots of ways. So I've got an affirmation for you as well, if you want to get your pen and paper handy. I find ways to play and have fun every day. I find ways to play and have fun every day. I find ways. People have forgotten how to play. Let's find the ways. I find ways to play, to have fun every day. I think to have fun every day is better than and have fun, but whatever you prefer, whatever. Another thing I'm going to be talking about next week is more about inner child, but more about a connection through an action. Now, people know I work with ribbons, and I'd like to introduce you to a light blue ribbon. Okay, I'm going to do more talks on this next week, but I want to show you how to get really connected to that inner child and that person, that part of you that needs to respond back. So you're kind of listening to yourself on a deeper level with this particular exercise. So I'm asking you to get yourself a blue ribbon, and I'm going to knot it either side. Well, one, so it doesn't fray, but two, because you need a beginning and an end. So this is going to be good fun. If you want to get yourself a blue ribbon, you can play the game with me, practical exercise next week for the inner child. So that's something I thought I'd throw in today. So, so maybe have a listen to my talks, Happy Dance, Heal with Laughter, Supporting Your Inner Child, Pollyannas, all about the inner child again. And the affirmation helps. You can do that if you happen to get your blue ribbon. You could even do it while you are running your fingers down, so you are actually focused on it. I find ways to play to have fun every day, and have fun every day, whichever you prefer. Because when you do an action with the words, it sort of it's digested on a deeper level. So, but Kerry, you're a great example, darling, playing with the kids, having fun. And it is half term, so it's great to be able to do that, because life gets in the way, doesn't it? And you're making memories. You're helping your children to realize the value of playfulness. So if you can all just think about that, find ways to play. And if you can't, then just realize it's necessary. And we can talk more about that next week with the inner child. I've got lots of nice talks on my website, so you can always go through, have a look at the talks, or perhaps just look at the tea with Nans. You might find something that helps to inspire you. So playfulness is fun. I actually would love for you to all come back to me and tell me what made you giggle today. What's making you giggle? Even if it's me, I don't mind. Be spontaneous, be childlike. It helps you to not take life so personally, and it helps you to stay happy and high. And that's something I always like to promote. Use your symbol and use what we've talked about today, and just feel the fun of the moment. Be in the moment, and breathe, and be aware of your inner child. Give that inner child a hug from me, because I'm sending you that hug now. So I'm going to be more spontaneous. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll be in the moment. And I will see you next week, same time. Please share this with everyone. You never know. It might just be the energy, the words, the concepts that they need to get them through the week, to help them not to worry, and to introduce another way of looking at things, which I've done today through these exercises, especially the Pollyanna. So have fun, guys. Give yourself a big hug from me. I'm sending your inner child a hug now. And I will see you next week, next Monday at 12 o'clock. All right. Take care, everyone. Lots of love, and stay happy. Keep your emotional balloon high. Bye.